You might well have seen some of the recent footage from the conflict in Ukraine, in which a Ukrainian-operated Yak-52 managed to down a drone. So we can officially say now the Yak-52 is a true warbird. So with the Yak-50 having completed its part of the display, in towards us run the 18T and the 252s for their final break. The 2024 Flying Comrades. Pilots there from 4 very different backgrounds. Peter Kuipers, just bringing the Yak-50 into land on the grass runway, used to fly for KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. Now concentrating on his activities with all sorts of historic aeroplanes. Phil Hardesty in the Yak-18T and Alex Newton in one of the 52s, both current commercial airline pilots, but increasingly active in historic aeroplanes. And Tom Turner, the other Yak-52 pilot, is the head of airfield services here at IWM Duxford, but himself a very enthusiastic aviator, flying instructor, often to be found in the air at Duxford rather than in his office. Now again to display for us later, 2 absolutely outstanding aircraft from the Flying Bulls in Austria. The first of them to roll were Douglas DC-6. I think it's absolutely wonderful the way the DC-6 sort of levitates into the air. That's off to display at the Midlands Air Festival at Ragley Hall. We'll actually be seeing all of the Flying Comrades pilots, apart from Alex, back in the air later in various other mounts within the programme. And with them now all on the ground, we're waiting to get the second of our Flying Bulls aircraft into the air. That also on departure. They'll be returning to display with us later in the afternoon. Taking to the runway now, an aeroplane it's very appropriate to have here because it was one of the main medium bomber types in use with the RAF at the time of D-Day. And heading straight into its takeoff roll, also off to the Midlands Air Festival, but rejoining us later on the North American B-25J Mitchell. Hello, it's time for one of the late notice replacement items that we brought into this weekend's show to fill in for some of those aircraft that regrettably have had to pull out of proceedings for different reasons that I went through earlier on. They come from one of our based operators, and these are also unique airworthy specimens in Europe, and in they run. From the left, from the Fact Collection, the Curtis P-36C and P-40F Warhawk. And the break, the flying Comrades about to shut down on the flight line, and the last of them to taxi in, I ought to mention, is the Yak 52